the first 12 perfect squares.
This is Xylon Richardson.
Make it 4 bigger. It looks like a 9. Do it better so it has space between it.
4, 9, 16.
And in words, an object.
An object at rest tends to stay at rest. An object in motion tends to stay in motion.
Alright. Good job.
Only 5 years old, and he already understands physics concepts that are taught at the secondary and tertiary level. He can draw, name, and describe the properties of the planets in the solar system. And here he is, writing the value of pi to 33 decimal places. When it comes to mathematics, his computation skills are advanced beyond his age. His parents, Jeronnie and Sherfona Richardson, tell Searchlight they recognize Xylon's fascination with numbers just days after he came home from the hospital.
In the beginning, I would say it started from when he was in the belly. We read to him a lot, play music, because I'm also a musician. So we would play the music and sing to him, read to him, talk to him from in the belly, and realize he would actually respond. And then when we took him home, for me at first it was really frustrating because I thought he didn't like me. I'm holding him and you hush the baby so they stop crying, and it just wasn't working. And so I decided to calm myself by counting to 10. And when I got to 10, he stopped crying. And then the second time I decided, okay, let me try this again and see. And then that's when I realized he has this thing when numbers would calm him, and he would just get totally relaxed up to this date. If he's frustrated, angry, upset, numbers. You just do something with numbers and you'll get his attention. He will stop crying, the world disappear. Whatever the problem is literally disappears when you would do numbers with him.
For children of Xylon's age who have access to mobile devices, they may choose to watch shows such as cartoons, but he prefers educational shows.
We got him the tablet, and you would give him any, you expect children to want to watch entertaining stuff, but he would get a kick out of the educational stuff. Like, I don't know what's so funny about numbers to this day, and he would just laughing at numbers.
When it comes to his reading abilities, an evaluation done by the Ministry of Education showed that this Kingstown Anglican School grade 1 student is already reading beyond a grade 6 level.
Energy is everywhere.
Well, even his report card, the teacher wrote that he is no doubt gifted. And he went to the principal and complained that school is not teaching him anything new. But to say give trouble, I think the only problem is when he's finished what he was doing, he became a little bit of a distraction because he's now bored and he wants to help the others to finish. So like now, even in grade 1, the teacher says that, well, she don't have that anymore, because what she does, when he's finished, she tells him to help her teach the others.
Xylon had been homeschooled by his mother prior to entering primary school, and she was able to see his abilities with numbers and science develop significantly. Sherfona said she used online resources and tailored the school's curriculum to feed Xylon's interests. By age 2, he was reading, and by age 3, he already knew the times tables and could even count up to 5,000.
Most times in primary school, what they do, they follow just the maths, the English, the social studies, or they know subjects at a particular age, and I don't think they do it as, secondary school may offer something as coding, computer science, and for my son, I see that he was already interested in these things at quite an early age, especially with the fact that he would go and watch physics shows and he would want to do these projects.
The parents are hoping that the Ministry of Education can provide an accelerated learning program where Xylon can be challenged and develop his talents further.
If he continues in the class that he is in, it means that we are somewhat limiting him because he already knows what is taught. So you don't want to have to put restriction on a child, especially one who is already, speeding ahead, because this might detour him and we don't want him to fall behind, or slow down or anything. So I really would like for them to have, at least work along with him or have somebody who could teach him on his level.
I read recently of an 8-year-old that's in Harvard. Right? And for me, and I guess I'm speaking for me here, I think it would be really I don't know what word to use. If I can bring it down to the simplest, it would be awesome if we can get him. Well, it's gonna need sponsoring, but get him into a school or a program, something that can really be challenging. Because I want to hear him come home and say it was challenging today. That's what I want. Not to just every day it's great. Yeah. Not that every day it was great but he didn't learn anything new, right? Because either way, when he comes home, he's going to teach himself, right?
In the primary physical science, we have the robotic hand from Xylon Richardson of the Kingstown Anglican School.
The parents say when it comes to learning, they will continue to work with Xylon to ensure that he's challenged academically.
That's Jupiter.
What's that spot there in Jupiter?
That's the great red spot.
The great red spot? Okay.
That's the great dark spot.
That's a great dark spot. And what planet is the great dark spot on?
Neptune.
Neptune. Okay. How far away from the Earth is the moon? I mean, how far away from the sun is the moon?
0.8 astronomical units.
Reporting for Searchlight, Christina Smith.